Alright. Should be streaming now. I'm gonna change channel, make sure it works this time. Because the issue with last stream, if you're watching this on YouTube after, then please just skip through the first like minute probably. Harry's actually in the toilet right now. I'm just getting all geared up. Alright. Looks like it's all good.
Can someone explain to me why there was a nail in the toilet?
Harry, we have begun.
What do you mean begun?
I mean, the stream's on right now, you're live.
Oh, wait, hold on. Okay.
I've checked.
I'm gonna.
Everything.
Well, I'm
is
checking
working.
it.
Yeah. But yeah, because yeah, last stream we didn't check. Both of us just decided not for some reason, and we paid the price.
That was awesome. Wait, will you just explain to the viewers?
Pretty much.
Our many viewers. Right. So what's this? Oh, the mystery box. Yes, my favourite. So, the PowerPoint file that has the list of variables on it is corrupted.
Oh yeah.
However, however, this was due to the change in hardware. I still have, you know, the laptop that it was on. So I loaded it up, or something to like hold the charge in place, because if the charge was unplugged, it just turn off. And I got what I was originally going to do was write it all down from the laptop. But I realised this is just too tedious. I just took a picture of it on my phone. So yeah, that's how we're gonna have to do it. Oh,
Right.
and I guess it's been it's been a while since we've done one of these, but I think the last one there was probably still a week gap before that one as well. We haven't been able. The stream has
This was
been
the last thing we did before you went on holiday.
hilariously inconsistent. Is it?
Yeah.
No, because I was about to say I was here on Friday.
Yeah, you were.
It was Friday. Yeah. But anyway, the streaming schedule has been hilariously inconsistent. So, in the mystery box, I use a random number generator to select variables from a list of variables that either handicap us or boon us, as it were. For example, that's how we do it. We just do it, and you understand. 15. Ah, it's the big one. It's just the random all weapons, which is why I have to roll again to see which weapon we're going to be using. And I can't really remember the rules for this, because I think you can select like your other weapon. You can use whatever you want, I think. Either that or it's just the weapon that we get. I don't know. I'm not sure. But I'll roll again. 12. Shard diffractor.
So we have to use the shard diffractor.
Yeah, so, but the thing is, I don't really know how this works. I don't know if it should be we only get to use that weapon, or we just both have to use it. Because it's...
it doesn't say it only secondary.
No, well, it is secondary, but it comes down to... Because not all of them are handicapped, necessarily. So we can just choose, but we have to stick to it from here on out.
Alright.
I think we probably should be able to use the other weapon, because then we can have different builds. I don't know. But then, of course, with this series as well, we don't have to play on Hazard 5 necessarily.
Yeah, but we got the shard diffractor, so we'll kill everything anyway. It's fine. We're
So
okay.
you think just the weapon that got selected?
No, because it doesn't say that. It just says we have to use that weapon, or have that weapon on us.
Okay, well I know what I'm going to do then.
Go engineer.
And now
Good shout.
we've rolled. That's the important part of using the shard diffractor. And then we roll again to get what type of mission, which can be the mission itself. It can be based on a mutator. Actually, that's it. 1. Huh.
That my
I
next
guess we can
edition?
just do what's already selected.
Alright.
Although, I'm definitely not changing to what my mission is now.
Dark Mordecai!
Which is a horrible, horrible task.
Dark Mordecai!
I guess Dark Mordecai is useful here. Yeah.
Dark Mordecai, I'm not buying. Buy Dark Mordecai. Yeah.
Show me how many barley bugs you have.
I have a lot. Yeah.
I have quite a few. Mine have been steadily going up.
Profit.
Why didn't I say anything? Why was there no voice? Oh, what the fuck?
Dark Mordecai.
I'm gonna turn on the jukebox and get copyright struck.
I'm too far away, can't hear it.
Pardon me.
Sap dice.
Sorry about that. Sorry about that. The problem is it was already a solo mission that you were somehow able to join, so which means we won't get any randoms, but I wouldn't say call that a problem.
Yeah.
I can't say I'm upset that there's no randoms.
Alright. Well, I suppose also
Look at that
these are for gameplay more than audio. Like, you know, if you want to listen to us actually talk, do the podcast.
Unlike the first stream of this week, which was exclusively audio, even better, exclusively Tyler's audio.
Yeah. Which is why
which was genius.
If we had Harry's audio on it, which is really how it works. But if it was just our audio, we would have just remade it into a off podcast.
Yeah, because
Like
it
a
even had
0.5.
it had that idiot in it.
Alright, you just joined. I don't want to go there. Ugh. I need to remember I should not pull up the Xbox thing.
No.
So did he come online twice? Or did he join the party?
No, I don't know. I didn't see 2 notifications. But he didn't join. He hasn't joined yet.
Alright. Well, he can actually. Or he probably can't join. Oh my god, I forgot about Gold Rush.
And James is, like real life AFK again. But that's the only thing about that. Mainly is you can do what he wants, but it's just that we could have like a full team of people who we can
manipulate.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Everyone can adhere to the rules.
Except if it's like equipment they don't own.
Yes, which applies to. Actually, I think it applies to. No, it doesn't apply to Tom because I think the only one that could apply to Tom is the one where you have to use unstable overclocks, and he might not have an unstable overclock for some of the weapons, but he has all the weapons now. Except, no, he had one more mission to do in the assignment for whatever weapon he was getting. I'm not sure. But he said it was the last weapon assignment he had to do, which surprised me.
Alright.
Shard Fractor. Probably one of the best weapons against Fractor if you can aim it.
Probably one of the best weapons.
It is actually. It is. It really is. And you'll find out more about that when we do our tier list, which I think they're the only things that are missing, technically, from our weapon tier list, are the new secondaries. Because we had the Gen 3 primaries when we did the primary weapon tier list, didn't we?
We did the Gen 2 secondaries.
When?
In our secondaries video. It came out after season 2.
No, it didn't.
Sure it did.
Oh wait, yeah it did. We ranked them all A. I remember now. Which I don't know if I disagree with. That might actually be true because I think I had some doubts. Not too long ago about our position there, but now I think I actually agree. No, actually, no, I don't. Actually, the crossbow I think moves down to me.
Yeah.
It's a shame. Yeah.
Oh, shit. I suppose some form of
This is
content we
pretty
can
heinous.
inherently deprive from this is our builds. Oh my God.
Ah!
Wait, what?
Well,
Does that cut it off?
what?
You know the thing where you have to shoot the whole clip? If you switch the gun out halfway through, does it cancel it?
Yeah.
Eh.
Yeah, but it does use half of what was left in it. It just deletes half of what's left in the clip as compensation, but it still avoids wasting ammo. Technically,
I don't know.
if you've got nothing, if you start shooting, but there is nothing to shoot, cancelling it will save you ammo than you would otherwise just lose.
I suppose, but you could draw a penis with all that ammo it deletes.
That's a good point, actually. Damn. Our builds. Well, I know what you're using.
Yep.
Automated beam controller.
Because I'm running an ammo build, which
Which is kind of weird. That overclock is weird to me because it adds a lot of ammo, but it doesn't suit an ammo build because it's, you know, it forces you to use a certain amount of ammo.
well, most of the most interesting ammo builds are like kind of, I wouldn't say balanced in the regards of balance, but like they make you use more ammo, which is why they give you a bunch more. Like mini fuckers. They
Mini fuckers.
we get lost. They do a lot less damage, so you have to shoot a lot more most of the time. As long as you use them in that regard. Oh, I don't have dash. I don't know dash!
Why don't you dash? Try and get to me. Place, the only decent place in
Hey,
front of you.
I don't, I'm not at that ability right now. I'm a bit rusty, because I don't know what, because I don't play.
You're rusty every time you play.
Yeah. Especially if every time I play anything other than Cryo Driller. And even then, if I haven't played for a while with Cryo Driller, I'm pretty bad.
And he can't play Driller because he literally cannot afford it.
Yeah, which I'm not sure how I feel about that. Which is why I'm a big advocate for, like, not promotion, but retirement. So then it will go back down to, like, Bronze 1
Yeah.
costs. But maybe a bit more. But the point is then I'll be able to play him because it won't break my bank and it will actually show visually.
No, as we know from the dev Q&A, they have no plans at the moment to add more promotion tiers. But luckily for them, that's not what we're asking for.
Yeah,
we want the same promotion tiers again.
Yeah. In fact, if anything, more promotion tiers is just the worst idea because it didn't solve the problem before.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
it's not going to magically solve the problem now.
It just increases the cap. The solution is to remove the cap.
Yeah.
And to do that, you need to remove the need to create new tiers.
Yeah. And I think Legendary is a pretty
Make
solid,
it automated.
a solid loose cap, or I guess like
I do
bottleneck.
think there should be one more where it's a 1. I think we both. I'm not sure if we both agree on this, but it's another tier. But it's just 1. It's not. You don't. There's not 3 stages to it. It's 1, and once you complete that, then you go back to 0. It's like the Longbeard tier or the Onyx tier, but it's not. It doesn't have stars to it, or it has 1 star, or you start at 3 stars. I don't know.
Sure, and I think, but I think it should be like special in all regards, right? Like the promotion quest is like the
Yes,
beginning
everything
quest,
about it is different.
where it drags you through all
yeah.
the different
Absolutely.
modes. Yeah, I think, I don't know, because it's just like, that's like, obviously it's like effort, but it's like, just do it. Like,
Definitely worth it. They only need to create one. They don't even. It's literally just. I suppose that is definitely more effort than creating a new tier with just 3 stars.
yeah. But I don't know. It's just.
So yeah, I take the retirement thing if that's all they could do, but a final tier and then retirement would be perfect. But you know, beggars can't be choosers, and apparently we can't choose either of those things because at the moment neither are happening.
Well, the thing is
yes, blue levels still exist though, and we can't forget that, but it's not the same thing.
Yeah.
It still represents your
but
progress.
you also can't look right now, right? Harry could literally be
I know,
like level
that's the
200.
thing. That's exactly what
right?
it is.
I
And
got
now,
to like like level 200, or he's level
personally,
1000.
yeah. But personally, I'm not sure if having the blue level be in game would be a good thing, because it would kind of eliminate the need to have more tiers. Like, because the point of promotions is something that is very visible to other players that indicates your progress.
Yeah, well, it's just
but that stops after Legendary 3. So if they made your blue level visible in game, that would sort of remove the need to add any more to that. It would remove the need for a final tier or for retirement. Unfortunately, so maybe they shouldn't add the blue level in game.
No, I don't
like,
think
as
they
invisible
should
in mission.
I think it's a pretty cool thing to like stumble across once you finish the mission with someone, or like going into it.
Yeah.
Like, it's not something you want to be staring at you all the time, but you still, it wouldn't hurt to literally just Harry. I mean, well, really, you're like what? You'd probably be like gold something, like promoted 1 gold.
Okay, so I promoted everyone a fair few tiers over Legendary 3. Actually, Scout's only 3, so it's still another, but still, you know, Bronze 2. But Engineer. Oh, hold on.
What am I holding on to?
I'm doing the maths.
Oh god, not the mess.
I can't do it. I can't do it.
What's wrong? Just 3.
I think I would be like Platinum 1 on Engineer. If it didn't just keep going with Legendary. Even just Legendary 3 with a number next to it.
Yeah.
If you really want to simplify it, that's it. Or, actually no, hold on, what are we doing? Because there wasn't the 2 options of either retire or there is a final tier that just has a number. I think that's it.
Those were...
And
that's the ultimatum
they're
that
they're like the simplest. Yeah, that's the ultimatum. The ideal version is where you have that final tier and it's like a special promotion assignment, and then you reset. That's the dream. But we know that won't happen. So we've tried on multiple occasions to come up with the simplest, but also the best middle ground.
Having like a final tier that you just repeatedly level up, so it's basically Legendary 3 but it's visually represented.
Yeah, that's all you need, really. That's the... What?
Yeah, it won't solve my issue that I can't afford to do that.
Right, yeah, I know.
Like,
I know. But I think, well, something... You're in a weird spot, though, because it's been brought up before, and it's something that I agree with. The very high-level players like me have shit tons of money. Just more stuff to spend money on is a good thing. But you're in a weird position where you're not rolling it at all. But I kind of want... That's the only way they could have players like me struggle to pay for something.
Yeah, well, maybe there could be an option. I don't know. That this is not an idea, but like you could stay on that tier maybe, or you could retire. It's up to you.
But then we've got run into the problem now of complicating it again, which is what we're trying to avoid.
Well,
because
I think the issue is that. Like,
no, hold on, because we talked about this a lot of times. We talked about it on multiple podcasts even, but
yeah.
I think we still need to make the video. Someone does.
Yeah.
I might do it.
I was gonna do it, I'm pretty sure. It was on my list, but it kind of fell.
Yeah. Because we need to pitch it properly, and we need to find the best version of it. Well, before we pitch it, that's the thing.
Yeah.
Because we've never been... I think that's probably why we haven't made the video, because we've never been truly satisfied with the solution. Or truly believe in the solution that they would actually be willing to do it.
Yeah, because I feel like if you just push vague things, they very often will shut it down, like completely.
Yeah, and it's not. It's also not just a case of arguing that it's worth doing, because they don't necessarily believe that. You sort of need to make a good case for that, but it's actually more just about making it easy to do. It needs to be a combination of. You need to make a convincing argument that it's worth doing, but you also need to show them that they can do it without, even if they didn't think it was
low
worth
effort,
it,
high
they still do
reward.
it in a way that was very
Like
Exactly.
if they could literally just, like, I mean, I don't know how long it would actually take to code, but I can't imagine it would be that difficult. Like unless they've built a wall themselves, which I feel like they have done. Games like this tend to actually end up having like code limitations early on, where they just didn't really bother coding this far ahead. Like so, like, well, I assume the fact that they like can add, they added ranks means they can, you know, the rank.
Oh yeah, they did add
things
more.
are loose.
It was just gold at one point. That was the end.
Yeah.
And then they added platinum, diamond, and legendary. I like diamond. There's something really cool about that too. I mean, it looks nice, obviously, but there's something really sweet about that. It's just like you feel really far along, but you're not at the end.
Yeah.
It's just kind of neat.
Which is the only thing really that's wrong with the promotion, I guess, is you will lose the sweetness of the final tiers, like shine. You know what I mean?
The final tiers.
Like you'll go from legendary 3 to like bronze 1. And it's like, okay.
Yeah, and I mean, see, I'm kind of going to overcomplicate it again, but I think I would want just the final tier with the number. That's what I want, really. And I know you have there's the money thing, which I think could be addressed by them having it be with these promotions at this tier. You're like dwarf level. The cap is changed, but see, I don't think they can do that. You have to get your dwarf to level 100, and then you can throw it again. But that probably overcomplicates things. I reckon that can't be impossible, right? But maybe it's more complicated than it sounds. Just having your dwarf have to reach a high level.
To be honest with you, I think there is also a level where if it's too simple and too like easy, they might not do it either.
But I don't think that's too simple. If you have to get your dwarf to level 100, and the price goes up even more as well, and you should get 100 levels.
Wait, what are you saying? You don't go to 25? Because if the case, that's no.
No, I don't know if it's impossible.
No, well, actually, I think that would be a. I could see there being a coding wall there.
Yeah.
But also,
it still seems simple, but it just doesn't seem possible for some reason.
No, it's because I don't think it is. But if they just,
but if it was, it would be simple. That's what I'm saying. But maybe there's something blocking them. I don't know.
But I don't know. That would be, I don't know. It'd be kind of weird because it would basically then be a different kind of leveling up, like a different leveling system.
Yeah, kind of.
Change the feeling of like everything. Yeah. I think, I don't know, they just need something. Like, I don't know. Like, as I'm really, like, you know, as a business, or as, like, a company, they're really open, which is really nice, but everything they're like, because they respond to, like, everyone's suggestions, but always their responses is just,
you know what?
That's not happening.
I know, but I always think they're too open. Do you want to know why? Because it almost makes them... Now, I know the truth of the matter, and the truth of the matter is we aren't owed anything, but it makes it feel like they should be telling you even more when they're open. If they were extremely closed off, then you wouldn't be expecting anything. But when they are slightly ambiguous, it's like, oh, you could tell us more. You could say, why don't you tell us exactly why you're not doing this thing? But they don't have to, and I don't really want them to, but in some cases I do.
Well, yeah, I mean... Because it's like...
But they don't owe us an explanation.
Well, the thing is, because everyone, and including us, we feel more self-entitled, like, why aren't they doing this? Like, they, you know, this will help us so much. But generally, you know, they see no need, and I think it's completely fair in a business sense to not bother with a promotion, next more tiers, more ranks. Not enough people are at that level to warrant it. It's just a fact. Not enough people are capping
and you know
all
what?
of their
It's
dwarves
actually
out.
it's actually probably one of the things I respect most about them is that they make a lot of good business decisions, but even if it feels like it's taking away from things you would like to be added, I would say their business decisions have never felt... Nothing they've done has really felt greedy.
No, but it's just...
Even though some of it does feel very business oriented, but they do a very good job at not being greedy because they believe in good faith of the community.
Yeah.
And that they shouldn't be greedy. They want to treat us well.
Treat your fan base well and it will stand by you, which I think is definitely the case. But, I don't know, I feel like if they just explained that they don't want to do something because they don't see it as being worth it, and they explain why they see it that way, then I think that would just resolve a lot more issues. Because I imagine they get asked the same shit over and over and over and over
They
again.
They do.
Like, because you know the dwarven class thing. If they sit there in a stream, or they actually like make a video themselves and explain all
Well,
the
they need to
reasons
make a video.
Why they have no intentions, at least of the moment, for making a a new dwarf class, and here's why. If they just do that, then boom, right?
No, but you do understand that for everyone to actually hear that, they would need to put it in game. Like they could make a video, they could put it on Twitter, they could put it on YouTube, they could link it on a Steam post. But they would still, I think most people would still be asking.
Sure, but
Even
then
if they put it on Reddit.
Yeah, but then people in the comments will be like,
So they need to do all of that and put the video in game.
Well, yeah, but no though, because if the people that only go as far as to only know about the game in game aren't going to be the types to pitch fucking class ideas. And if they are, they'll go to the Reddit, and then someone will tell them, yo, the devs said that they're not going to add
That does happen. Luckily, you know what? This is actually something I do like about the community. They're always willing to... I shouldn't say repeat things, but they're always willing to tell people things like for the 100th time. But not the same people for the 100th time. They're willing to explain something for the 100th time. There's always someone willing to explain something like that whenever it comes up. And it comes up a lot, but there's always people willing.
Yeah.
Did you have to fall down the hole?
As a whole?
So yeah, you're in a hole, you're in a crevice.
Shush. I didn't die down the crevice.
That's true. You're in the crevasse.
Oh, now I'm in the platform.
What are you doing?
Might try
What's that for?
something.
Oh right. Yeah. Pilot controls are stupid. Oh, nice Steve.
Thank you.
Alright.
Name's Steve.
We pretty much... Well, we are done. But this hasn't exactly been trying, so we might as well explore and get shit.
Getting more ammo.
So I'm not desperate to get out of here.
Is there more?
Well, there could be more to the cave.
Looks
I
like there might
think
be. Yeah, there is.
there is.
Yeah. Point is, I think we need to kind of crack down on what we think they should do with the leveling, and legitimately pitch it to them. Like maybe when you make the Twitch, just not Twitch or Twitter, just
Twitter.
like at them. Maybe do
Yeah.
like a
Well, obviously we would need to do proper stuff as well. Like we need to do polls to actually gauge.
Yeah.
Well, okay. So the problem with the polls, actually, in this specific context, is I think the result would actually hurt our case.
They
but in a
often
way
do.
that is sort of insignificant. Well, no, but this is very specific because we kind of know that what we're vying for applies to a small percentage of the population. So a
Yeah.
poll would tell us pretty much what we already know.
And I think generally,
which is fine. So I think we should do the polls anyway, just to
Generally,
see if
like-
maybe there is more call for it than we thought.
Yeah.
That's why, yeah.
yeah, but then like also like generally as a company, like you obviously wouldn't want to do that because it like pays out the least amount of people are actually interested. Like it's the same thing with an extra hazard, right? Just as many people play hazard 5 as people that play hazard 1. They're just as likely to make a higher hazard as a lower hazard, or at least as far as numbers go, there's just as much motive. Hey, Loki.
It said to make a lower hazard.
Oh well, no, but you know what I mean. Oh my God, is it raining?
It was raining here, so it's probably raining there now.
Yeah, Loki's just coming dripping wet. Hey, buddy. Yeah. The point is that
Loki is his cat, by the way.
yeah.
Why should explain that?
Well, it was he.
I don't know what else you'd think it would be. You would probably assume it's either a cat or a dog. It's probably more suspicious that I decided to explain anyway.
Trying off or something.
It's just a child. Just like keep.
Yeah.
I'm gonna check the stream again.
Outside. Yeah.
All right.
Kind of
good.
lost where we were. But yeah, no. D-Rock as a business, it's not the best idea, right? There's not enough people to warrant it. However, I think you've got to argue that, generally they seem like good people, and that might also just be a business move, which it probably isn't, but it could be. And I think if that's the thing they're going for the good guy company, right? The people that care about their fan base, then they probably should add something that only really benefits the long-time fans, because that's good. You know what I mean? Like, that would be a thing to push. Like, hey, we added content that, not the vast majority of people are going to get to really use for at least a long amount of time. And I think you've got to also make the point that,
This is interesting.
if they, you can go into the next room.
Tyler, just come in here. Oh, what? What's in the next room?
It's one of the...
We need our turrets down.
The swarmers are here.
Swarmers. Although explosive chemical rounds is very effective against swarmers.
Nitro has been withdrawn and supply pod is inbound.
Turret wall. Rest of song.
What is the rest of the song?
Just turret wall over and over again.
Great. I'm gonna resupply, make sure these things are stocked up.
I'm gonna resupply so I have health. And there's nothing you can do to stop
Right,
me.
now we don't have to do anything.
I'm gonna go out and do something.
Oh,
Team, you're almost through the wave.
didn't do it. Oh. No. Unless you want those minerals.
What is it? Umunite and Magnite?
Yeah, I could actually do with
I
Magnite.
need the least.
Imminent I'm good on, I think, but I could do with Magnite, honestly.
Magnite seems to be one that people have an issue with, generally. For me,
I don't know if it applies to
fat fucks.
more characters.
I really do think it does.
It's for engineer.
It depends on who you main is what you lack, because Driller needs fucking Jadis and I think Enoch Bell, and those are the two that I lack the most.
I feel like you should know.
Well,
But
maybe
then again,
I should.
no, sorry, no, because I couldn't tell you exactly what minerals engineer needs.
Yeah,
I know Bismore. I just know Bismore
I
for
think
certain.
he might
And that
also
even
have
that
like
might be wrong.
Umanite. I'm not sure. I think there's 3 per, right?
Well, I'm going to guess that I know it's Bismore, but I'm going to guess also Magnite. Yeah, it's 3. But I'm going to guess also Magnite because I'm always low on Magnite. Or not low, but lower than everything else.
Yeah.
Rest a bit. Maybe play some dice.
Dice. They should have that.
Good. The dice
should
game
add,
from Dead Man's Chest.
Yeah.
which no one understands.
I kind of got it.
But there's like a video.
Just gotta
There's a video
lie.
titled "Someone Had to Explain Dice Scene from Dead Man's Chest." I've heard some. I shouldn't say that word. I was going to say the R word, by the way. Not. I guess that is a slur, isn't it? Just stupid takes on Pirates of the Caribbean, or the Caribbean, which is, I think is technically correct.
Tough.
That takes like 2 and 3 not being good is the obvious. For everyone, I'm getting called by my brother.
Please stop the song, Harry. Like 3 seconds of any song is risking it. Alright, so I assume he is calling his brother. Which makes sense. I really think we're done here. And Harry's finishing up that cave. Can't imagine he's got anything groundbreaking. I'm gonna call the pod. And there's nothing he can do to stop me.
He's asking me what pizza I wanted. Dinner.
The round kind?
No, actually.
There is square pizza, which I think I have had once.
Yeah, some of us have that. Well, you know, it can be square. It's interesting. Where you cut it, it ends up being like little squares, and sometimes that's kind of neat. But
Well, you could cut it into triangles.
I don't think it's an objective. I don't think it's an objectively worth way to eat pizza necessarily.
Well, it does.
You know,
Doesn't it result in?
pizza is round?
Doesn't it result in a piece of the pizza or pieces of the pizza that don't have crust? They're
Yes.
just the middle bits.
Pretty much always, yeah. It's like either one, depending on how you cut it, either
One or
one or 4 pieces, yeah. Which I don't really like, to be honest. In that context, yes, because when I've had square pizzas, they always have really crispy crust. But I'm a stuffed crust guy, so I like crust.
Well, I mean,
I don't like hard crust, but that's which is why I have stuffed crust, because it's better than normal crust to me.
I don't actually like stuffed crust. I mean, because I like crust because it's a bit of a palate cleanser. Like in between, like you get the strong cheese and sauce and all that, and then you kind of eat the crust, and then by that point you've kind of forgotten the taste of the
I
main
kind
bit.
of agree. No, I see what you're saying. It's just that stuffed crust is more consistently good.
I suppose.
You can have sort of like burnt crust that isn't very nice. Even burnt stuffed crust, it's still soft because it's well, not hollow, but
Then again, I don't know. I'm also not fond of cheese. Like I
well,
don't.
I don't
hate
tend
cheese.
to have
but
cheese stuffed crust either.
Cheese on its own, I cannot
sauce.
stand. Like a block of cheese literally makes me feel
Oh
ill.
no! Well, no one does that really.
Cameron did. He used to swallow an entire like palm-sized block of cheese whole, and it just
Okay,
freaked
what I'm
me
saying is
out.
that's probably why you don't like it.
No, it's because it's far too strong, and my face convulsed.
Well, it can be if it's strong cheese,
I think we get mature.
which I've come around on, to be honest. Yeah, mature. I've come around on mature cheese on things. I think it's because I used to eat like mild cheese on its own, and I always thought, well, you can't do this with strong cheese. So why would you eat strong cheese at all? But like, or spaghetti and things, you know, strong cheese is fine. It's good.
I don't know what spaghetti.
I know you don't. I don't
like
like
mac
mac
and
cheese
cheese, though.
either, to be honest.
Love mac and cheese.
I don't have good mac and cheese, unfortunately.
You've never had a good one.
No, but I know it can be good.
I would say you need to have my nan's because I basically grew up on it. Like,
I'd love to have your nan.
like every
Sorry.
Tuesday we'd go around and we'd have like a different dinner. Or they'd have like curry and stuff, but I don't like anything, as you probably gathered by now. So I like to just make mac and cheese, and so I just had mac and cheese every Tuesday for like 90% of my life so far. And so yeah, I'm quite used to
That's fine. You have the same food every week. I think you, as long as you have something different most days.
it. Yeah, which I mean, you have the same thing, right?
Oh,
You
yeah.
you have pizzas on Friday. That's your
Yeah, but well, yeah, I guess I do tend to have the same kind of pizza as well. Anyway, so what I need a piss, but what I'm going to do, I'm going to get our next set of variables, and then you can like build and stuff.
Then I
Right,
can
just quickly
do
though.
myself.
24. Darkness. We got darkness.
Does that mean we can use whatever we want, but we just can't use our flashlights?
Or flares.
Right.
Yeah. So you can use whatever you want. I might use the wave cooker because it's very illuminating.
Yeah, I'm gonna use a flamethrower because it's that but more.
I'd say use scout, but I can't use the flare gun either.
Yeah.
You're not allowed any artificial light sources. I am going to use scout.
What's the mission?
Good question. 22.
Oh.
Okay, this should be good if there is one. Hold on, I'll just see. Unfortunately, there isn't. It was going to be low gravity.
Alright.
Okay, 6.
What's that? Is that?
I'm sure you can guess what. Yeah. All right.
How
hold
do
on.
we keep getting it?
No. I know.
It's so common.
But
In fact, you could argue that by
Okay.
now you've rolled it and you've got
That's a
666.
so there is one in the as you will. Obviously, not doing that. It's going to be way too dark. So we've got crystalline caverns, which and obviously we're not forced to have a fight for this.
lean into it? I kind of want to
Lean
go
into
into the Azure world without being able to see anything.
All right, but it's just because honestly, Guildrose is probably one of the better ones.
Powering up the drive.
I'd say Extraction is probably the best of darkness, to be honest, because you can always see Minehead and then the corpse. All right, I'm gonna piss quickly.
Alright. Now you're sitting with me. I'd say chat, but we don't really do these for streaming. We just do this for if you're just kind of sitting there watching this, to have something in the background. Which, if you're listening to this right now, and that is the case, welcome. Well, I suppose you've been welcome a while, but thanks for watching. We do really mean it. It's really cool. Because like normally you just kind of sit there, and you just like. You just like may have a YouTube channel one day, but we had me and Tom had like a New Year's resolution, and it was literally like 5 minutes before midnight, and Tom was just like, you know what, just make a YouTube channel. I'm like, yeah. He was like, yeah, and so I just did it, and for the first like month it was just like me. Well, it wasn't just me. Even then, I was recording with like Harry and Tom, but it was like my channel. But eventually, I kind of got a bit burnt out, and then just kind of split it with Harry. And history, rest is history. That's the saying. Now we, gone through several iterations, but I guess we're in a new season because Harry is gotten quite good technology, or his laptop mainly. He's got a laptop.
What? Huh?
Head up, Barry. I just gave them a
What are you
history of
saying?
the channel.
History of the channel?
Yeah, like how it came to be.
How did it come to be? I'd forgotten.
Me and Tom gave each other a New Year's resolution.
Oh, yeah.
I told him to be fluent in Japanese by the end of the year.
He
which he is definitely not
will
going to
not.
do. Like he spent half the year learning it, like the other, I guess 2 years ago now. And he got like all right. I think he had like a really good foundational bit, but yeah, I think it's a bit too much at this point, especially since now he's got. Oh my god! I just realised how long it actually is until the end of the year. No, he ain't doing that. But yeah, and I had to upload a video a week, which I did fail, admittedly.
Technically failed, but
but
I'd say you've made up
Compensated for. Just realised that my drill is level 25, but also I'm not sure if I
for it. I
can.
just realised that you look like cheese. I'm going engineer because I guess technically the darkness is no artificial light sources. But you can't stop an engineer from using sentries for that.
Yeah. Well, it's just you're not allowed.
Unless
You're not allowed
you
flares.
can.
Flares, flashlights, well, flares and flashlights. Flares in both incantations.
Incantations. Incarnations.
That's the ones. Yeah.
Carnation chicken.
You need to do a stream, by the way, when you're like 1 or 2 games away from 1,000. Either that or wait for one of these streams. Because
Road to level 1000.
Yeah.
Okay, team, you've signed up for escort duty. Our target is
That could do well, actually.
and your job is to
Yeah.
protect and
Because we're a business. Right, okay,
Well, for
flashlight.
that, I would actually.
Tyler, you just threw a flare,
Oh
you
shit! I did.
dingus. It's really hard not to, actually.
I've thrown
It's-
multiple. Without even thinking.
Oh,
Alright.
look, Molly.
Yeah,
Molly
Molly.
has light.
Alright, well, I'm just gonna wait until this goes. As I expect, there's Doretta, has it?
Oh god, this is weird already. You can't just just throw flares at walls. Like I'm gonna have to shut my blinds entirely, otherwise it's gonna be
Oh
impossible.
shit! I have to turn on my torch as well.
Off the
Wait, how do I
torch.
do it? Is it B? Holding B? It is.
Hold B, it should be.
Oh. Oh. Oh, it's atmospheric.
This is good. You can still see the shard diffractor quite clearly.
Is my thing actually glowing? I mean, I see the
What?
front of my gun.
The
is, but,
neon, the rival tech thing, yeah, and your chest is, yeah.
Ooh.
It does actually glow. Which is really cool attention to detail, by the way, I think.
Yeah.
Like, it makes sense, obviously, right? But I just feel like you don't have to do that, but they did. Like,
Ooh.
everything still produces light. Like, the Heartstone shard in the diffractor still produces light, even when you're not producing light. It's like, yeah, that makes sense. It's cool.
At this point, I've mentally locked my thumb to the this right stick because I keep trying to throw flares. Like
Oh,
my
I
mind,
can't- it's-
my
oh
mind
my god.
is so violently trying to make
Right.
me press
I
B
just
right
need
now.
to find. Ah!
Is that what? Oh,
No,
did you throw a
but I
flare?
just accidentally threw a.
Oh my god!
Yeah, yeah.
I think we might
It's
have
because
to do this.
I tried to produce light with the shard diffractor, and then it didn't, and I thought I need light.
I think we're gonna have to do this twice. Not inherently escort. Oh, I think we should just do this more often because this is fun. This is already interesting.
Yeah, I think for this mission we just need because I need to find nitro, but I haven't found any yet.
I'm sure it will be fun.
But we just need enough for one. I think that's all we would need because it's a minimum. It's not a long one, and it's handed 4. So
Yeah. But yeah, if you want to do the road to 1000, you might want to get the capture card to you, so then you can actually record it yourself.
well,
that would make
I'm
more sense.
thinking
approaching the drill dozer.
probably buy one.
Die trying.
Yeah. But
What my money's for.
the thing is, well, it's not. It's for college. But what would I do with my one at that point?
I don't know. I think I like you being the POV for these streams.
I don't. Makes me feel shit.
Well, maybe we could just
Get better?
switch. No, I think for these ones, and I could be the POV for the pain train.
Sure.
I think there's value in both.
I mean, Tallman signed up for being our ferry, but we never really did much.
What's that? Oh right, yeah. If we wanted to do that, yeah. Also, don't expect this, but there might be some new videos coming. New
Yeah?
series.
Is that the
Yeah,
spot?
from me. Yeah. So I like this idea of how I can just produce a ridiculous amount of content easily. And I just talk about the most minute things. Every individual thing possible in the game. And I might end up doing 2 a week, even. If I do it.
Sure.
So I think that's even on Sunday I might do them. And
I think
I'm gonna do at least one. I'm gonna do one to see how it goes. There will be face cam, by the way.
Oh.
I've sorted out a nice border as well.
Yeah.
Production value.
I think-
It's actually quite nice.
Because I guess might get brought up because now you're showing your face. I'm not comfortable with it, first of all. But even if I was, I don't really have the means. Like, Harry's laptop's got
Is
a
that a
camera,
flare?
but my PC, well, isn't because it's just using my TV.
What you don't have to, as long as you're not in a video where I am using both. I think we can't have just one in a video. You can see someone's face.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, I guess you could buy a webcam, but then I had to put on shirts. Either that or get ripped.
get
Might just
ripped.
put on a shirt.
Probably easier.
Yeah.
Probably a lot
Actually,
easier.
It's pretty difficult because I'm not ripped, so it's yeah, I'm too weak. Can't even pick up a shirt.
I can pick up the shirt. But this is so weird. I think it'd work for the podcast. That's the only thing we'd have to do it for.
Or I
if we
think tier
could.
lists as well. Just adding some movement that isn't, to it, which would be
Yeah.
our faces. That's what Reaping Ron does. And I'm not saying that he's an expert. I'm just saying that that's what makes his tier list a bit better than ours, despite his wrong opinions.
And despite his plagiarism.
Yeah, of our. Well, he's yet to steal our secondary ones. Probably because no one saw it, but yeah.
Secondary objectives. Yeah, that did worse than it should have done, and I blame.
I don't think it did worse at all.
Guys.
Oh shit! I just threw the flare. Oh my god! Just
It's-
turn off your brain for a second, and it just happened.
How do we enforce it? Like, we need like a shock thing,
Yeah.
a buzzer.
Every time
Like
we
you-
throw a flare,
You
we
can press it.
yeah. Well, like we have
Oh,
to
this is
pay
really
money to
weird.
like something we hate.
Yeah,
Although
to
that
donate
probably
to
wouldn't
elephant
stop it.
charities. I don't hate elephants. It's a reference to something. It was
I think elephants are pretty mid.
elephants. Elephants are cool. They got personality. They stomped that woman to death and then
It's fucking. I take it back. They're not mid.
casket.
They're chance. They're top dons.
But what I was referencing is like it's in the Transformers films. Hugo Weaving voices Megatron, and Hugo Weaving from The Matrix and Lord of the Rings. He plays Elrond. You have seen him now. You might not remember his name.
Is he
He's
the one
dwarf.
that reads
He's the
the
nice.
map?
He's the nice elf. Yeah.
Yeah, wasn't he in Lord of the Rings as well? Like he was there when the ring was.
Yeah. Yeah.
going.
Yeah. He's in the third Hobbit film as well. It's in one of the best scenes. It's actually a badass in that. But you'll see that soon.
I like how. I'm really mixed about the Hobbit movies. I know I've seen all three of them, but I'm currently watching them again, and I don't remember the third one. But like, they're like good as hell. Like literally, when fucking Bomber did the whole barrel thing, I was giddy.
Fun.
They're really
Just
fun fucking
like,
movies.
Because you don't really get that. You don't really get fantasy movies that are just balls to the walls as the Hobbit. It just doesn't happen. Because like Lord of the Rings is much more restrained.
Yeah, which is why I kind of find it. I found it boring, but that was also because I stayed up. All
I get
night,
it from
but,
that perspective, but I do think they're better written, more epic movies. But the Hobbit is just ridiculous, and in a good way, in my opinion.
But I also think that like obviously that it's like more fun and jolly
There's the Nitra.
than like Lord of the Rings, but also
like to
it's
scan
just
the
like
walls.
more fun and jolly than movies nowadays as a whole. Like movies don't just
Yeah.
they're not just fun anymore.
Oh,
Okay, I'll
found
give
some-
up to them.
Nitra.
Oh, this is weird. Yeah, there ain't movies where a fat fucking dwarf just flies around killing like hundreds of orcs in a barrel anymore. Like, this shit just doesn't happen.
Well, yeah, I mean, that's something I don't like about Battle of the Flying Armies though, because the extended edition leans into it so much.
Yeah, which is
and
why
it's kind of missing from the
yeah, I do
the
kind
normal,
of because I know they get rid of the twirly whirlies or it's whatever they are.
And there's a scene
love
where
them.
Legolas actually kills like 100 orcs in like 5 seconds.
Yeah, like
Just straight up. because he's hanging from a bat. He's hanging from like a war bat, hanging upside down, and there's like a bridge, like a walkway where it's just a battalion of orcs running up it, and it just flies through them, just swinging his knives, and he just kills literally 100 orcs in like 5 seconds. It's amazing.
But then, I don't know. It just kind of like made me think that there's just.
I think we just gotta move.
Well, I don't know about that, but like no movies that ride the line of like pretty serious action, but with like a light-hearted like pit thing in it. Like I can't. Yeah, I think it's like Kingsman and like anything like Baby Driver and the person that does that.
Baby, pretty good. Edgar Wright's great. I mean, the John Wick movies are pretty good, but they don't have they're not very light-hearted at all.
The thing is, like the Lord of the Rings and Hobbit, or at least the Hobbit mainly, isn't inherently light-hearted most of the time.
It's quite warm though.
It is.
You know what I mean? Did you like Beorn?
Is that the bear one?
The skin changer.
Yeah.
It's quite...
That was another one.
Even better in Battle of the Five Armies Extended Edition.
You know, I keep like hearing shit that you and Tom used to reference a ton. When
I don't remember.
When fucking I think it was Bofa. It was like, fuck, I forgot the beginning of it. It was like, so I don't know, is that the time? And as he like got up under the fucking table, I was shot back. Like, oh my god! Like, I thought you guys still used that just like commonly, like so like ingrained in my head.
I've used it recently.
Yeah, like that's just a part of your vocabulary.
My beard is at the time.
That's the one. Yeah. Which I don't know how he knew what the time was when he was looking at the bottom of the table, but I don't really give a shit.
No, the time being the time to leave, because he heard the horns.
Oh right.
Oh shit. Hey.
What's up?
Look at
that. I think I've disconnected. I can't look at anything right now.
No, it's me, my game.
Oh.
Whoa! We don't have to do it specifically. I don't mind the darkness thing.
Oh, what is your game crashed?
As long as we're still said that.
Yeah, well, I've also been lagging. It's kind of pretty when things freeze. Probably get a nice.
Alright, well,
nice
just
shot.
hurry along, close it, and get back again.
Hold on, my game hasn't frozen.
And
it's just the game has frozen. Like enemies are staying where they were when it disconnected. Although it's weird that it's lasting as long as it is.
We don't. I think we should probably say that.
You don't what?
We don't have to do it again.
There we are. Yeah.
Because Frank, and it also means now we don't have to do an escort duty again.
Hooray!
Ever.
Shortcut. Just get the game to crash.
Yeah. Right. Let's not dilly dally.
All right. Yeah.
Speaking of not dilly dallying, right? Let's just get set up for the next one as soon as possible. Need to hold on. 24. Is that what we had the first time? Wait, no. Hold on.
Is it?
No, that is darkness. Oh, okay. So we talked about this before. It was in regards to repeats. And we could choose if we wanted to do a repeat or not.
Well, I think the missions we should never repeat. But as far as the other stuff, if it happens again, then why not?
Okay, well, I'm gonna roll for something else. Still, but we could do darkness if we wanted to. 10.
Do it again.
10 is stupid perks. What? What is that?
I assume you don't then write somewhere else what you mean by them.
I think you know what I mean. Okay, so
I think I already have one that uses them.
this might annoy people. Hover boots.
Ooh.
This isn't me saying they're bad, actually. Stupid perks is Hover Boots, Berserker, and Beastmaster. Actually, no, not Beastmaster. It's Hover Boots and Berserker. Because Beastmaster is its own thing. That's another one. That's not saying Berserker is bad. And then for the passives, it is bad here. It bug thing, obviously. Strong arm, and second wind. Yeah. So we can do that if we want. Mission 29. Oh, that doesn't exist. Okay. 27. Assignment mission. Fuck off.
Yeah! Do my assignment. Do
Alright,
my
let's do
assignment.
stupid perks.
Yeah, I have.
I can get anywhere,
Um,
anytime.
I don't actually.
Well, I'll be a scout.
Huh?
There's hover boots.
I just did it because I couldn't be fucked to ruin a character I cared about.
Oh, we're both playing scout. Sure. Also, it's a bug thing as a scout on a refinery. Probably can be pretty good.
Alright, I can actually hear it chucking it down now.
Ooh, can they hear it?
Probably not. But also maybe
Why did it
because it's getting
crash?
worse. If so, we'll just lean into this being like an ASMR aesthetic stream.
There's something really weird about seeing the smart rifle without a magazine in it.
Yeah.
But it does kind of look like an SMG. Because it is an SMG.
Yeah, I think I mentioned this, or someone mentioned this to me. It was when you were Tom, and I got to agree with you, or Tom. But the fact that they don't reuse the Misty Mountains theme in like anything other than the first movie is a fucking travesty.
A sincerely valid and potent criticism of those films. A flaw, I would argue.
Because it was basically the songs of the dwarf. Like, you know how, like, because that thing we just did, that was like the Lord of the Rings song, basically, right? That's like the whole, whenever anything's happening, they're playing that. And the Misty Mountain was that. It was the song of their travels. You know, they sang it at the beginning, and then it played as they were like traveling over the mountains, shit like that. And then they just fucking ditched it for the next two movies.
Yeah.
It's kind of sad. Plus, I've got to say, I'm not fond on how the Hobbits kind of the movies do kind of feel like. Well, I don't think they did back in the day. Obviously, they didn't because the Lord of the Rings came out before them. But with how modern day things are, it feels like I'm watching an advertisement for the Lord of the Rings. Whenever anything like Sauron related occurs, like,
That's kind of fair.
like whenever Gandalf goes to deal with like the thing, I'm like, oh, okay, this feels like fucking.
Oh my god, Tyler, they're just exploding. The bugs.
Yeah. It feels like just a bunch of like filler shit. Also, I realised something I don't like as a concept in like storytelling. I'm not fond of corruption. At least via anything out of the people's control. Like, I don't like. I mean, Bilbo's personality doesn't change that much, admittedly. But I don't like that he eventually. Well, I don't know if you. But like, choices are made not by the character, but by the character being corrupted. Which I feel like is a cheap way of getting the narrative to go differently to how the characters would make it. Like, Bilbo would be kind. That's the normal decision. I mean, they have done it kind of well. Like when he killed the I think it was a baby spider. And he like.
Yeah,
fucking
but I don't know
almost
if it
threw up.
was though, because it doesn't look like a spot.
Yeah, it has
does
like
it?
a shell on its back. It looked like a fucking shellback, or menace rather. Actually, no, not shellback, menace. It looked like a menace.
Yeah, it kind of looked like a menace. Different menace. It's pretty interesting.
But yeah, like they did it well. But I just don't like corruption as a concept, especially because I remember in the third movie, and actually
in
already
the,
in the second one, what's his name? The king of the dwarves gets hella corrupted.
Dragon sickness. Yeah.
Like the gold just fucking takes him over. And what went from being like a pretty cool dude, obviously very egotistical, very stubborn, but that's dwarves, to not that. How did I ran through both of those. Yep. I was just ping. And then
We spoke about compressed gold yesterday.
and then we ping, we get the meme, we find it not funny, but it's just kind of part of the game now, and then we deposit it. That is
It's a ritual.
That's the compressed gold code. Once everyone's gone be
Also,
rich,
look at these
do what you
pump
want with
jacks,
it.
man.
They just all next to it.
Pump jack launch.
No, but they're just all like just across the room. Just they're not even like none of them are in an offshoot.
Actually doing alright so far.
Yeah. But generally, like, I've never really felt like playing Deep Rock more than after finishing Hobbit movie. I'm like, fuck yeah, dwarves. Fuck yeah.
Dwarves are great.
Which is why also kind of made the... I don't really made the thought, but like... I think it is because of The Hobbit that dwarves are as liked as a species, or fantasy. Like, they're like the fantasy, like, things. I think I did talk to this about...
Even though, Tolkien did kind of model the dwarves after the Jews. They admitted to that as well. Like,
Yeah.
but not entirely. Because it wasn't. That is true, but it wasn't really because it wasn't inherently negative. That's what I'm saying. Or it at least there was always a point made where it was overturned, say, by dwarves being heroic, like Thorin and Gimli, actually have effects in the world in a positive way. But dwarves are meant to be sort of examples of greed, in a sort of not in a malicious way, but in a way that still negatively affects things.
Oh, I need to close my window. Shit.
Was
The water's getting in.
oh, I accidentally get to eat a berserker. The water's getting in. Close the dam.
Oh, they got my book.
Fine job.
Oh well, they have a good covering.
Supplies are on the way.
Like it and I'll be outside. Oh, and I've watered the plants earlier and everything. That's gonna go to waste.
Brace yourselves for impact. We've detected a massive swarm on collision course.
Massive swarm.
Oh shit, the back door is wide open. Ah, well, that's a problem for Mum, probably, when she gets home. Ugh.
Yeah, it's a swarm coming. You can't like focus on the mission.
Big swarm.
Yeah. Alright. Wait, why am I using the L1000?
It's a good question. Why are you?
I think it's just because I didn't want to use the Drac, and for some reason the
Well, that confuses me. So. Oh,
well, I got the overheating does stuff. Oh, I'm also using a crossbow. Wait, what was the randomizer in this one? Was it the guns I don't like? Was it the worst fucking gun?
stupid perks.
No,
The
well,
worst
apparently I like
guns.
stupid guns as well. Actually, I'm not sure if I hit the crossbow more than the... No, I hit the boomstick more.
Very difficult for me to hate the crossbow, I think.
I think the crossbow is... I don't know.
Significantly diminished.
I think the wave cooker and the shard diffractor are the big guys from season 2. I think they're the most interesting ones. Coil gun and the crossbow I think are fine, but I don't know.
I think the coil gun is actually kind of really strong.
I think it's strong, but I mean, it's a gunner. It's a gunner secondary. I think the coil gun was definitely the most simple choice done the best.
Yeah, because the shard diffractor, what it is fairly simple.
They've kind of fumbled it quite a bit until
Well,
they got it
I guess
usable.
both of those weapons do kind of deviate from their other, like, what's in the same category, the other secondaries of their classes.
Yeah.
Coil gun,
AoE.
not so much.
Well, coil gun added AoE to the secondary.
The coil
which
gun
doesn't
is
really
kind
affect-
of like a pistol, but yeah, it is
Yeah.
meant for crowd clearing, and it's actually very good if you know how to build it right. But then the shard diffractor is kind of both, but
yeah,
it's only
which is what
really
weeds me out.
proper crowd clearing with overclocks.
Yeah.
And there's no real single target overclock. I mean, overdrive booster, yeah, kind of. But it's the other overclocks that aren't AoE focused on the shot diffractor are just ammo and overdrive booster, which is arguably anything specifically. So it's weird that the shard diffractor overclocks feel mostly crowd clearing focused, even though it's very single target. So as simple as it feels, I don't think the shard diffractor is a simple case.
No.
At all.
Which is why I think it's definitely one of the highlights of interesting. Which I feel like the wave cooker is very interesting in how it's not that interesting. It's
kind of forced to be interesting.
It's like, yeah, everything it does is interesting, but it really does it quite simply. Like, if they're cold, you could freeze them. If they're hot, you can, like, burn them.
Yeah.
But then also,
I do appreciate it, look, that it's just not its own damage. It's not what you use it for.
Yeah.
At all.
Yeah.
I like that fact. And it's really only one overclock that is that. I guess Blistering Necrosis kind of is too, because it boosts the cooker's damage a lot.
Yeah, anyway. But it's also not best used at that either, though.
I almost think it is. I think for Driller himself, Blistering Necrosis pairs best just with the wave cooker's own damage. Which is very strange. I think Ice Storm's very good if you can hit an Ice Spear on a blister. That's obviously quite good, especially if you hit a frozen blister with Ice Spear. Oh mama.
Game over. Although I think it bears noting that
enemies.
if you watch it maybe, which you probably will, or are, it's bugged.
You should.
He's like the only real source of like knowing how the game works, pretty much. Like, he's like the only way that I know, like, you know, shit. And otherwise you just have to take things at face value, and sometimes it isn't always face value.
Face value isn't always correct.
Yeah.
Indeed, Brock. Kill the warden! With that poison, it's very slow, just adds a like, damage over time.
Yeah, it's really not supposed to do that. I know it is, but it's also really doesn't feel it.
It can very quite easily finish with grunts. I mean, you can have it last for 22 seconds. Like, when you push it to the limit.
Push it to the limit. No, rest of the song.
Right, I don't need to have my blind shut. So, oh my god, it's bright. Oh my god.
Yeah, the rain's passed. I'm gonna open my window before I die. Oh, shit.
Fuck, shit, bollocks, whoopsie daisy. Everybody's going crazy. So yeah, still no teasers for season 3.
I think we've got to come to terms with the fact that if we don't get any teasers until like September, then we're looking at like a November launch.
Well, I think the reason I don't think that's happening is well, actually I don't know if I...
Well, do you actually have any reason to think otherwise?
Yes, because the gap between... I have reason to think otherwise because the gap between season 1 and 2 was 5 months long. Which
sure,
means that
but did they have a break in between those? Does that include a month off, basically?
Now, okay, so this is why... Alright, I'm going to need to sort of reorient myself. So technically, God, the gap between season 2 and 3 could be 7 months long, and they would still have kept to... They would have half kept to their promise. Because they wanted it to be, it was a maximum of 6 months between seasons, but it would be in terms of actually time developing it. So I would say that's the promise kept. Even if it takes 7 months to come out, so it could be November, and then it would be a year since season 1, which is terrifying.
How many targets do Bodkin points ricochet between?
Don't know. Bodkin points is weird. I hear a lot of praise about it, but I've never really... It's never felt good to me.
I mean, it's better than I thought it was. I thought it was only 2, but it seems like it's been ricocheting between 4. Oh my. I know you never really disagreed with me, but you've got to agree that acid bolts are pretty fucking good. Or at least fun. they're pretty rad.
I like them. Oh
Yeah.
shit. Any sugar? No.
Yeah. That was concentration, ladies and gentlemen. And this is a short call out
Call up.
Corona. Point is, shut up.
I need to move to the web spitter kills them. The web spitters.
Uh oh.
Get away from it.
It's gone. I think he's stuck in there now, right? No! No, it was not!
Why are they such bitches? You should take a resupply.
Maybe. Or I should take a resupply. Ever
Oh.
thought about that one?
I did actually.
Alright, fair enough.
All pipelines and pump jacks built. We're ready to start extracting the liquid morkite. Return to the refinery and start up the pump sequence.
Start up le pompe sequence.
The liquid morkite is being extracted.
Musculars.
El fluidé à pompe des muscles.
The noise will draw in the locals.
I think Tom just turned his Xbox on and then went to work.
And maintain.
He doesn't have long. Gets off at 3, I think he said, then starts other work at 5, so whatever the time is now, have that in mind.
Pump sequence at 25%.
Nice. Now I will resupply.
The pipelines are leaking. Get on it. Get them fixed.
I like the mod on the grappling hook where it makes you go quicker when you like pull out. And I know it's not that good a one, because also don't laugh at that. But it's nice. It's a very good speed boost. Very nice boost.
All about the speed. I still haven't really made a proper speed build for Scout.
Oh yeah, I fucking hate it.
Because I would probably use this aggressive thing with hot seat. That seems to me to be that would be quite effective, I think.
Pipelines are still malfunctioning. All pipelines fixed and operational.
What's with the web spitters, man? This isn't the crystalline caverns.
It's in the salt pits, which isn't much better.
Pump sequence 50%. Keep all
No,
pipelines
you couldn't find out why we think so on our biomes tier list.
God, we're just plugging back this week, apparently. I think our season
It's
2
season
just consists
2.
of referring to season 1 a ton.
That's what every show should be.
Pretty much is.
Right, She-Hulk.
I was gonna watch it. I was literally hovering over it, and then I'm like, I just can't. I just can't. So I didn't.
I haven't watched it yet. I've seen a clip from it that was fucking horrendous. Pause. it's talking about controlling anger. As in Bruce trying to teach her how to control her anger, at which she gets quite annoyed and makes the claim that she has to control her anger infinitely more than him, basically because she's a woman, which I think was one of the most disrespectful things I've ever heard in fiction.
I mean, it's like, sure,
She
gender...
talked about being like being catcalled and stuff like that, and having to hold back her anger. And if it wasn't supposed to make her unlikable, then it was a mistake, because I hate her character after watching that clip.
The thing is...
I mean, maybe there's context which helps it, but honestly, as Bruce's cousin, how the fuck can she possibly say that?
Well, because Bruce Banner isn't the Hulk. The Hulk is dead. It's not the character. The Hulk...
Really
the Hulk...
know that.
Yeah, no, he's never existed. He's literally Avengers. The first Avengers, the Hulk died. Before then, he was like, you know, the Hulk from the Incredible Hulk movie.
That's not what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
I'm just talking about,
but like,
how terrible Bruce's life has been.
has it been that bad though? For like a long time. I mean, he keeps like saying it's terrible, but has it actually been?
Well, it's just had a lot of shit weighing on him. I mean, no, you can't take what Bruce / Hulk has had to do and say like...
No, there's no slash. He's not the Hulk. Hulk's not real. Hulk's not a character. It's just Bruce.
Alright.
Excellent work, miners. All liquid morkite has been processed and the cargo rocket is...
No, yeah, but like, the thing is though, is if that was the actual legitimate Hulk, then that would be dumb. But he isn't the Hulk. He is a man. He is a character. He's just Bruce Banner. She's not talking to the Incredible Hulk. It's not a joke. She's just saying something to an empty sheet of male privilege. That's all she's talking to there. Which is why it's fucking terrible. Because if she was making to that point to like a normal person, then obviously she's an obnoxious bitch. But also, you know, there is credit there. But you know, if she was talking to the Bruce Banner, the man who could end the world if he got too angry, the strongest will in the not MCU, just the Marvel universe, right? If she was talking to him, it's a fucking joke, but she isn't. It's not him. It's not the Hulk. It's not the Bruce Banner. Oh, we failed. She's just talking to the worst type of Bruce Banner fiction has come up with.
That's not really the point I was making.
What point were you making?
Well, if you're right, which you probably are. Bruce has been through a lot of shit, and it's not it's not necessarily about holding back his anger. It's just about the mere implication that her life is worse than his.
Yeah.
It's the disrespectful part. No, because yeah, you can make the claim that Hulk's not really a character, but Bruce still has to deal with the Hulk, and did.
Well, yeah. Not to mention the fact that, you know, Bruce didn't just be big and green, right? That was never his Hulkification, but that is hers, right? She doesn't become a different person. She doesn't lose herself to the rage. She just becomes big and green. Isn't that it? That's all She-Hulk really is. She's basically Professor Hulk. She always has been.
Why is it like this? Right. Oh. You know what? Okay, so I just rolled. I got all scout. I guess we gotta do that. But it's just the fact that we just went all scout.
Yeah.
Kind of whack. But I do need to get into... I don't need to get into level 25. Right. Okay, so I think I was meant to remove these. I think I was meant to remove the elite deep dive from the variables.
Wait, I'm not doing that. I'm sorry.
No,
but
right.
if we do that, I'm not fucking... The stream's ending. Like... I'm just about tolerating one more mission. I don't want to put a Tom here, but 3 is about my limit.
Alright. This should be doable. What critical weakness? Joyously, it's paired it with a harsh warning. And of course, critical weakness is... well, on elimination, it's relatively pointless. However...
Oh yeah, they don't get weakness, do they? Because the game makers are a bunch of pussies that aren't willing to implement stuff that hurts their little mechanics. Fuck all of y'all. I'm angry now. You brought up Hulk and now I'm pissed.
It's gonna green. I'm gonna green.
Stupid fucking MCU. I mean, I don't know. I was already kind of not looking forward to She-Hulk because the trailers was just her doing everything Hulk but better, which just fuck off. It's absolutely disgusting the treatment that Hulk has got in the MCU, and I'm surprised more people aren't pissed about it. Considering the Hulk is probably the most famous of the Avengers going into it. Like more than Iron Man. No one really knew that Iron Man was a thing. I think Captain America and Thor were something at least, but yeah, fucking Hulk was famous as hell. He had a bunch of iterations before.
Incantations.
But yeah, they just go fucking ruin him. So yeah, unless She-Hulk ends with Worldbreaker Hulk being foreshadowed, I don't really give a fucking shit about the MCU anymore. I'm not. I've given up. I don't fucking care. They don't deserve me or anyone to care anymore. The MCU ended with Endgame. It's just how it is.
It is. Yep.
Am I lagging really bad?
Can't believe that. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't think I should continue this stream because it's only getting worse.
Oh, right.
So, thank you all for watching. This was Mystery Box. Not sure which game you're going to pick out to watch the show, considering you only had to finished one of them.
Because I can't get the the thumbnail's lost again.
Right.
It's in the corrupted document. So I just use the generic ones. That's fine for these. It's not a problem.
I'm going to switch screens. Babadaboopy. Other noises. Yeah. Rock and Stone.
Babadoopy, babascoopy, poopy whoopy.
They're very disappointing.
What? Yeah. I hope you weren't looking forward to it.
I doubt anyone is, because I don't.